Hello everybody, and welcome to your early look of Space Base DF9 by Double Fine Studios. If you don't know, Double Fine Studios every once in a while does something called Amnesia Fortnight, where they close down production on all of their major products or all of their major projects, and focuses on independent projects throughout the studios for a fortnight, essentially. And they divvy them up into 24 different pitches for different ideas of games, and they choose the best of those and assign small teams within the development studio to kind of make them prototypes and turn those ideas into prototype games. And one of them, this last fortnight, which was the first public one that they did many months ago, was Space Base DF9, a space base building game in the same vein as Dwarf Fortress, kind of like RimWorld as well, and they are actually going to be funding it and making it a full-fledged game on Steam. The alpha number 1, came out in early access on Steam today. It is $24.99. I think it will be $30 upon full release, and they were kind enough to hook me up with a early look for you guys. So I'm going to be checking out the game and talking about what I like, what I don't like, and right away as you boot up the game, this is the screen you are greeted with. And before you can build your base, you must first choose where in the galaxy you want to build the base, in the Milky Way more particularly. And it kind of matters. It's interesting. It kind of matters where you pick it, because depending on where you end up building your base, certain things can happen. Off in the top right, you see 4 different things: stellar density, warp gate proximity, threat factor, and magnetic interference. Stellar density essentially means how much asteroid there is going to be to mine to give you matter to build a base. You turn an asteroid into matter and use matter to build your base. Warp gate proximity is essentially how close you are to a warp gate, which determines how often you're going to get visitors and people coming and going from your space station, etc., etc. Threat factor is pretty self-explanatory, I would think. How dangerous it is where you're going to be building. And magnetic interference. Now, magnetic interference basically means how often a derelict ship is going to pop up on your map. Every so often as you're playing, you'll get a warning that a derelict vessel has shown up on your map, and you can go explore it, and you can get loot, you could find more people to join your crew, you can come across evil aliens or evil pirates, all kinds of fun things. Now, I really like that idea of building or choosing where you want to build your base. What I don't like, at least so far, is that it seems kind of hard to figure out where you want to build. The only thing that I can kind of determine is that the closer to the center of the galaxy you are, the closer to a warp gate you are, and the further out you go, the further away you are. Everything else is kind of hard to figure out what's, a high stellar density, what's low. But what I'm going to try and do is just pick one that seems pretty decent just to show off a solid half hour of the gameplay. And hopefully this will be changed over time. Again, this is Alpha Build 1. I'm not too worried about it. So right here we have a distant warp gate, which is nice. Low magnetic interference, which is alright. I don't necessarily mind no derelict vessels showing up, though I would like to show it off. Semi-low threat factor and semi-low stellar density. Actually, that's not the best. I would like... Over here, threat factor low, threat factor semi-low. I don't want ridiculously low. We have like neutral or something. Threat factor's high over in this area of the galaxy, which is unfortunate. Neutral. Man, everything's low for stellar density, which is really, really bad. Is it the further out, the better? I want something. Distant, extremely low. Oh man, this is rough. There's average, neutral, average, ridiculously low, which is not good for us. If I could just get okay, there's neutral, proximal, which means we'll get a lot of warp gate activity. Low threat factor, which is nice. I just want to try and find, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I don't like it, because I can't find the nice balance of potentiality. Distant. Oh, Lord. You know what? We're just going to click and say whatever. We're going to get ridiculously low, distant, low, and low. I don't like that. Decline. Semi-low, average, stellar density, low, proximal. Sure. We'll go with this. It's fine. So we're going to go ahead and pick this. We're not going to worry about it. We'll hit accept, and we'll launch. I like this, 1960s space kind of theme as it goes and launches. So we're launching off into this area. Here we are, we've arrived, and when we launch, unlike RimWorld, we're not crash landing on a planet, we're actually just in space, and our ship has essentially disintegrated amongst itself, which is unfortunate. So if we look around, we have 3 people to play with. All of them have their own particular names, and there is so much Star Trek like stuff that it's ridiculous. Like, his last name's Garrick. Garrick is from Deep Space Nine, one of my favorite characters in this show. So we are presented with the 3 dudes in this little seed pod, which is essentially nothing. What we want to do actually is get rid of it, demolish it if we can. We'll go ahead and say yes. They're gonna go ahead and do that. We'll go over this this HUD real quick. In the top right, we have the amount of matter we currently have. The capacity of our station, 0 out of 3. We have 3 people, but no capacity right now, which makes sense. The speed, the date, a couple of pop-ups that'll warn us, and then some overlay commands. We can basically raise and lower the walls and check the O2 of our worlds. Over here is the inspection button. We can click on things. Our roster, which we can click on and take a look at our roster. These are our people and their skills, much like you would look at something like Dwarf Fortress, how good they are at particular skills. Unlike Dwarf Fortress, though, you can only assign them 1 skill at a time. We're going to make them all builders for now. Our construction tab, which will allow us to build certain objects and other objects. We also have our mining order, which we can give to have people mine, and our beacon, which we use for when we have security people on our team. But for now, we have about 8 minutes to build a basic place for these people to live in, because they have 8 minutes of oxygen, as you can see right here, before they end up dying. Each person has their individual thoughts and needs, much like you would in any Dwarf Fortress type game, their statistics and what their particular personalities are like, and their current duties. For now, they're all going to be builders. Hopefully they'll be able to go ahead and demolish this, which he's going to do right now. And now what we're going to go ahead and do is hit C for construction, R for room, and we're going to build a nice quick 10 by 10 room for everybody. And we'll go ahead, and as you build a room, it'll show you here. Actually, that's actually really, really big. I'm actually going to cancel that. Erase all of this. It's really, really big. I want a smaller room, maybe a 5 by 5 room. There we go. We'll build a nice quick 5 by 5 room, and we're going to go ahead and have them build that immediately, because we have to get them inside very quickly. Once we have this room built, we're going to designate it as a life support room. We're going to create an oxygen kind of, I think they call it an oxygen recycler, and we'll designate it, we're going to lower the walls here, as our life support room. So as they build the room, we can click on it, and we can designate it as something. So we'll pause the game, we'll designate it as a life support room. It will tell us now there is 1 life support room in our base, and this will go up the more we create. And as you can see, there's a bunch of different things we can create. Reactor room for power generator for when we need those, etc., etc. So we'll go ahead and have them do that. We'll also have them go into our build. I did that a little fast. Let me show you how to do that again. Hit C for construct, B for objects, and then life support is L, so we can hit L, and then we can go ahead and click on this and put an oxygen recycler right in the middle. We'll hit confirm. It's going to use 234 matter, and there it goes. And they'll go ahead and start building that once this room is said and done. And then once this is done, they can't quite get into the room right away, and I'll show you what I mean by that. We'll speed this up to ×3. So the walls are almost done. Alright, so they're going to go ahead and build this. Now, they can't actually use this quite yet. What we need to do is build ourselves a little room over here. And we'll go ahead and confirm that and have them all head over there and start building that. And once they are done with that, what we're going to end up doing is designating this as an airlock. In order to go to and from your base into space, there must be an airlock in between. And there has to be, and we go into D for doors, airlock doors to designate it. Actually, this has to be a 2-wide hallway. That's unfortunate. Let's go back into construction. We'll go ahead and demolish all of this real quick. Confirm. We'll get some of that back. We'll go ahead and demolish that. We'll go ahead and, whoops, X done. Construct a room like that. It's kind of big, but it's going to use the floor that we have there. So we'll go ahead and do that. Confirm. Let's go ahead and have them start building that. What is this person doing? She is a builder. She's just not doing it. Is this Aurora? Might be because it's red. Red might mean they don't like it that much. That's fine. We'll go ahead and make her a technician for now. So if we hit O, by the way, we can take a look at the oxygen levels, and green is good. As machines run, like this particular one right here, they will deteriorate, and we just assigned her as a technician, and a technician essentially means she will keep an eye on the machines and make sure they are constantly in working order. Now, The more machines we have, the more we're going to end up needing. Unzoned airlock. So we're going to go ahead. This is an airlock room now. What we're going to go ahead and do is build the door that we wanted. We're going to have 2 airlock doors. One to head to space and one not. And also, for this to be considered an airlock room, we also need, if we go into objects, airlock, spacesuit locker, which we can place. We can place a couple. I don't think it matters, but it looks good for decoration. So they'll go ahead and start building those doors now, which is good, and they can come to and from space, which is necessary because they only have about 4.5 minutes left of air. She's doing some workouts. We can lower that now. So they're going to go ahead and build those, and there we go. So now that we have some basic room up, as you can see, we can start worrying about mining. We still have a good chunk of matter left. What we're going to end up doing is give the M mining order. We're going to go ahead and mine out the entirety of this little asteroid over here. We're going to get 3,600 out of it, so we'll go ahead and confirm it. And in order to turn this raw asteroid into something useful, we actually need to go ahead and create another room. So we'll go ahead and create another room. Yeah. We'll do it like that. I like to build little hallways leading to areas. I don't know why. I just always have. And we'll go 1, 2, 3 bigger. That's going to take 596. We'll confirm. And the reason I did that is because it was giving me stats as I was building the room, and it told me how many of certain things we could hold in the room. And actually, cancel room. Oops. Construction room. Do that. What I want to do, I can't tell. I want to erase that. I'm trying to make this symmetrical. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I want 1, 2, and then that. 1, 2, and then that. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. What we want to do is, there we go. That looks good. We'll confirm that. We'll have them get building on it. They're going to go outside. Now, in order for them to go out into space, they actually have to wait for the pressurized and depressurized things to happen. Wait for the oxygen to drain out. These two are chatting. I can't actually directly control them. I can only give them orders and hope that they follow them in time. You don't have any miners to carry your mining, so this is all going to pop up and give us stuff, so we're not going to worry about that right now. They're sleeping on floors for now, but that's something that we can't really worry about either. Not yet. So we're going to go ahead and click on this room and determine that this room is going to be a refinery. And what's important about a refinery is that we can turn this raw stuff into usable stuff. Garrick's building has gone up. Yes, I understand we need to actually dictate that there needs to be miners, but I'll worry about that afterward. Alright, they're still building. We'll actually go ahead and wait for them to build. And once they're done building, the oxygen should flood in, we should be good. Yes, I understand. I have no miners right now. Stop telling me. I understand. So they're going to go ahead and start building. They're all building the same wall. I feel like they could do better if they just split up. But that's alright. She's just going to sit there, apparently, and not do much. I could make use of her, but right now I kind of need her to keep an eye on some stuff. We'll make Pietro our miner. Nah, I need him to build. There's no point in having him mining if there's nowhere to actually make use of any of this. So now that that's done, we can go ahead and hit build. We're going to actually make a regular door. These doors will share oxygen between rooms, essentially. So we will not have to worry about making any airlock here. So these will be done. He's going to go ahead and build a door there. Oh, and this is going to happen from time to time. So in order for our colony to grow, ships need to pass through. And what they're going to do is random things are going to happen. Sometimes they'll be there to attack, sometimes they'll not. But this guy looks like, hey there, how you doing? We're just shuttling past your base and figured we'd stop and give you dudes a shout. Looks like you got a pretty sweet base. Nice going. We'd be happy to pitch in and help if you guys want some chores done. If we could crash for a while, what do you say? If not, no biggie. I am going to say, for now, welcome aboard. Far out, we'll just gather up our stuff and head over there in a second. So there, we're going to accept them. And we're going to get 2 more people here, which is nice. So we'll go ahead and open up and see what these people are. We got Kay Ritznick and Kristen Russell. Kristen Russell seems to be an excellent miner. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll have Kay Rutz be a builder. So we'll go ahead and actually have a miner now. Now it says 5 out of 3 capacity. This is determined by our oxygen recycler. And as far as I can tell, if you have more people than your oxygen recycler can handle, it'll diminish much more rapidly. I'm pretty sure that's how that does. It's not explicitly stated. So we'll go ahead and build another. Well, this can't actually hold anymore. So we're gonna have to build a whole new room for a new oxygen recycler, which is unfortunate. but that's fine. We're going to wait here for a minute. They're going to deal with it. We're going to build up this room first. I want them to finish it. And once this room is done... Yes, I understand my citizens are sleeping on a floor. We're going to go ahead and construct, build, refinery, and we'll go ahead and put a matter refiner in here. We can hold 2, but we only need 1 right now. And I'm going to go ahead and confirm that. And they're going to go ahead and build that once the oxygen is in there. The door is there. The oxygen should slowly start leaking in, which it seems to be doing. And they're going to go ahead and do that. So now we have 2 more people, and now what he's going to do is whoever mines is going to bring it in here and bring it over. And refine it, which is going to turn it as you watch the matter go up. There we go. That's exactly what the refinery is for. Your oxygen levels are low. You need life support zones with enough functioning oxygen recyclers. They know that, so we're going to go ahead and construct a whole new room here. We'll go ahead and do this. We'll actually just expand this room a bit, I think. Go ahead and do that. Confirm. And once they start building that, we can demolish these walls here and build another oxygen recycler, hopefully within. Yes, I know oxygen levels are low. As you can see, with too many people, that's what's going to happen, actually, is that the oxygen levels are going to be really tough to maintain. Yes, I know. Man, these pop-ups are getting crazy. Alright, what we're going to go ahead and do after this is done is demolish these rooms right here. Confirm. We're going to lower the oxygen here, and hopefully what's going to happen is this is going to be... Yes, there we go. This is immediately going to become part... We'd like to come aboard your base now, please. Fat chance, you sound like killbots. We're not killbots, we promise. Too late, we've already made up our minds to move along. So they did not want them on there. They just sounded a little bit too crazy. We're going to go ahead and say demolish, please. Confirm. Unpause. Hopefully they will do it. There we go. Demolishing that wall. Alright, so now what we can go ahead and do is build some more life support, which is really incredibly necessary. Go ahead and confirm that build. And they will hopefully get to work on it. There we go. Now we can hold up to 6 people. So people need a place to sleep, obviously. That's the next thing we need to worry about. So we'll go ahead and build some quarters for our crew. Let's see. We also want to make sure we... Wow. Man, it is really... The closest next mining thing is going to be over there, which is really far away. What we're going to end up wanting to do, I think, is build a separate mining station over there. Alright. Construction, build, rooms. Oops, not that one I meant. Construction, rooms. And we'll build... Not quite, not quite. I gotta get used to this, like, isometric view here. It's driving me bonkers. There we go. That should be good. And then we'll go ahead and do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we can show how many beds we can hold. We can hold 2 beds, 6 beds. We'll go ahead and do an 8-bed area for now. Confirm. There we go. And I also want to go ahead and construct a room. We're going to have to go ahead and build another area over here, I think, that will just be just for our mining operations. So we'll go ahead and do a 4x4 room with 1 oxygen recycler. And then over here we'll have a refinery over here. I think. We'll go ahead and... we can't even afford that right now, so we're going to have to erase that. We're not going to worry about that for now. I think we're getting too ahead of ourselves. One step at a time. We have enough asteroid over here to last us for a little while. And we'll see how she ends up going back and forth between the rooms. Let's open up and make sure we have our builders up and ready. We do. We do have 2 technicians going on. I'm going to assign 2 technicians because we only have 1. And have only 2 builders for now. We're going to accept that. and hopefully people will start building very shortly. And as you can see, there's already a lot of thought going on to organization, how you want things going. There's a whole lot of different things you can do. In fact, it's as well developed, if not potentially slightly more so, just because there's a studio behind it as opposed to one man, than RimWorld, though RimWorld is a whole separate breed of fun. And I love these types of games, I really, really do. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. The graphic style, very simplistic, the animations, very, very basic, but for an Alpha 1 build, this is really solid. So we're going to go ahead and make this a residence. We're going to make sure people are able to sleep there in time. We'll go ahead and speed it up a little bit. Incoming ship is on the way, which is fine. Not too worried about that. Yes, I understand my citizens are sleeping on the floor. I'm working on it. All in due time. All in due time. A derelict has appeared. Okay, so this is something I wanted to talk about. So a derelict has appeared, and appeared way over here. Now, with this derelict ship, any number of things could be on here. This could be a whole nother area that we could use to live on. It could have survivors that we could rescue. It could have pirates that we have to kill. It's very dangerous to go into derelicts. In fact, so dangerous that I might ignore it for now. In order to explore it, though I don't necessarily know if I want to ignore it. In order to explore it, I must create security guards, and no one is good at security. With a ship coming by, we might want to wait and see just what they have. And I'm curious if we can build another oxygen recycler. We can. We can build one more, which might be useful. We'll put one in the... We actually build two more in here, which is kind of good. Cancel for now. Let's just see what happens. The fact that we got 6 out of 9 tells me that there is a an oxygen provider in here, because it kind of automatically becomes part of your base even if you don't want it to be. So 6 out of 9 means there is an oxygen thing in here. And that's kind of one of those things that's going to be broken, because I'm pretty sure that it provides enough oxygen for me to live off of even over here, even if it's not connected on my base yet. Pretty sure I don't have to worry about it. Kind of one of those things that doesn't need to happen, but with Alpha I'm sure will be fixed. Alright, so we're going to wait for these guys to go ahead and finish up building. Gabe Garrick's builder skills increased. He's probably one of our best builders now. He really is. Yes, our citizens are sleeping on a floor. I understand. So once they're done with the walls here, we'll go ahead and build doors. We want a door here, and of course a door there. We'll confirm that. They should come in from the airlock and end up building those. Incoming ship has been spotted. Let's see if we get any good security people out of this. Let's see. Oh, whoa, he almost died. Oh, Lord, he almost died. Just installed a new because that's what I do. Is he like an alien? He's an alien! I've never seen this guy before. What's happening? Why is he getting sucked into space? That's weird. Greetings, Space Base. As you can see, our transmission and relay is having some issues. Not artificially jammed. We are not pirates. This is real. Please allow us to dock with your base. With your bountiful resources, we will make a great team, and you can help a stranger out, not pirates or raiders. We are a little low on resources, actually. Why don't you try the Gamma Quadrant? They're swimming in resources. Another Deep Space Nine reference. No resources. Well, perhaps our friendship won't work after all. It's better this way. Now, I'm curious. There's like very little oxygen over here. And he keeps getting sucked out, and I don't know why. But he got through that time. I'm curious if over time there'll be enough oxygen over here. Weird. Oxygen is going up. Yep, oxygen is going up. So we'll wait for that to kind of get oxygenized. And, let's see. Those definitely seemed like pirates, by the way, which is why I turned them down. Construction, build, residence. We need some space beds, as they are called. We need at least 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Confirm. So we'll get some beds in for everybody now. Get to building. This guy, Kitsik, our alien guy, is pretty cool. People have some beds now, which is awesome. How many miners do we have? We have only 1. We have 2 technicians. I don't really want to take them off technician duty. Though building duty can come down, I think. So we'll go ahead and have another miner over here for now. We don't really need too much building duty happening. Alright, so they have space beds. And what I'm going to do is explore the derelict ship. I'm going to risk it. So we're going to go ahead and recruit security. two security folks, and what we're gonna do is create a beacon and tell them to explore in this derelict area. And they're gonna come out here, and they're gonna head over there pretty much immediately, which is a little dangerous. As you can see, they're wearing their security spacesuits. Now I'm a little nervous as to what exactly is gonna be in here. Could be really, really dangerous, to be honest with you. So we need to be ready to add to move the beacons. Again, we can't directly control them and tell them what to attack and what not to attack. So if we come across an enemy, we just have to hope that they're going to survive. They're not exactly the... Yep. Here he is. So we're going to go ahead and beacon and tell him there. And hopefully he will survive. Alright, he's getting sucked out into space. He is getting sucked out into space. I just don't want my dude to get sucked out into space either. Put on your spacesuit, my friend. Alright, what we're going to have to do is turn them back out of security. Technician and technicians. Yep, I'm aware. So there were obviously some pirates on that ship. Petrowski's going to die here if he doesn't move his ass. Beacon. Clear the beacon. Petrowski, man, you need to move, man. He's just wandering around. Oh, he got sucked into space. I think it was just a matter of time. And there it goes. So, the derelict spacecraft was not at all that useful. We actually lost 2 people in that. Somehow. I'm not entirely sure how we lost 2 people, but we did. So that's going to make things in this space base a little bit more difficult. But that's the gist of it. I think we're going to slow down here and stop here. That's the gist of it. I've already spent hours playing this game, I'm not going to lie. But it's really, really good. What's here works really well. And the ever-present threat of just dying horribly all the time due to unknown space anomalies is always happening. And we got another derelict pop up. That's kind of a problem. But for now, we're going to stop it here. This is our little space base. And I hope you guys like it. I mean, if this is definitely your type of game, check it out. It's $24.99 or your regionally equivalent on Steam. Hit a like if you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this game. And moreover, hit subscribe to join the Horde and basically keep up on all the videos that are coming out. And as always, I'll see you all next time.